Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you all of my March beauty favorites. So if you guys want to know what products I've been loving throughout this month, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I want to start off with a couple kind of skincare products, makeup slash skincare products. I do want to do some updated skincare routines in the next couple of weeks, especially for spring. But first of all, this is actually a product that is skincare, but you can use it with makeup as well. And this is new from Cover FX. They just came out with a whole line of products. And this is called their SPF 30 Booster Drops. And this is awesome if you hate SPF like I do. And by that I mean I just hate the smell of it. It like stresses me out every time I have to smell it on my face. It like puts me in a bad mood. So I always avoid SPF, especially under makeup. I'm very particular about what SPF products I wear. And I really, really like this. It's literally just looks like water. It doesn't smell like anything. It's just a clear drop. It's not even like an oily product. It feels like nothing whatsoever on your face. So what I'll do, I'll wear this actually completely on its own in the morning when I go to the gym, but when I'm getting ready for the day, I'll mix it into my moisturizer. I do need to try it out, mix into like a primer or a foundation, because you can definitely do that as well. I went to the launch of this event and they gave us like a whole breakdown of how you can use it. So I'll definitely be trying this out with some primers and foundation, but on its own, it feels like absolutely nothing on your skin. Or mix into some moisturizer. It doesn't change up the texture of that moisturizer. It doesn't make it smell like really heavy SPF. It doesn't smell like anything basically. So if you're somebody who does not like applying SPF under your makeup, or you feel like it messes with the texture of your foundation, so you're definitely not gonna find that with this, because it's such a lightweight product. Like you're really not gonna get anything more lightweight. It's just a dropper. It feels like a drop of water on your skin, whereas a lot of SPF products feel like a lot of heaviness on my skin. And then next up I have a primer that I really like, and I can use this just as a moisturizer as well. It's like a primer moisturizer hybrid, and this is new from Ole Henriksen. This is their Banana Bright face primer. I love their Banana Bright eye cream. I'm on my second jar right now, and just the Banana Bright line is something that's like very perfect for like the start of the day. It wakes up your skin. I feel like it actually does brighten up my skin whenever I feel like my skin's looking dull. It just adds like a radiance to it, and I think it's because it's like a vitamin C product, and it just hydrates your skin really nicely. So if you have dry skin, I think you would really like this. It's very hydrating, so I will use this as the moisturizer for the day and not an additional moisturizer usually, because it's just as hydrating as a moisturizer in general. But it's something that's like perfect if you feel like you need a brighter look, or your skin feels like irritated in any way. Sometimes like if my skin feels like puffy in the morning, this helps like just wake it up and feel like a lot tighter. So definitely really good to hydrate your skin, but also give it a little bit of a smoothing and blurring effect. I always like primers like that give you a little bit of a smoothing effect, but are also super hydrating, because it's sometimes hard to find both in a primer. And then also know that this smells very strong, like vitamin C, like basically like Tang or something, like very, very strong, almost like a vitamin C vitamin or citrus. Like, so just know if you don't like the smell of citrus, you won't like this primer, because it is a very strong scent. But I definitely love scented products. I have a couple more that I'm going to be talking about today, and I like the scent of like vitamin C products. I use a bunch of different ones that I'll get to show you guys in like a skincare routine probably like the next couple weeks, but this is definitely one of them, especially if I don't want to go through like all the steps with my skincare. I could just use this as my moisturizer, basically as like an all-in-one product, and then just put foundation on top and I'm like good to go. So really, really been enjoying that. And then also other scented products that I've been loving are the primer waters from Wet n Wild. These are amazing. I use these more than my Smashbox primer waters. Like, they make me want to use them more, because the mist on these is like so fine, and I'll just reapply this throughout the day. I'll use it before my makeup, I'll use it as part of my nighttime skincare routine, I'll use it just throughout the day to like refresh my face. You can't get too carried away with these, and I love setting sprays like that just continuously add moisture and hydration to your skin, but never make you look oily. It smells like coconut now in my room. And I sprayed the coconut one, the cucumber one, and then I also love the rose one as well. Like, I recommend all of them. So these are really, really versatile as like a facial spray, setting spray, primer water. That's why I really like it, because I use a lot of different setting sprays. Like, I have a bunch behind me. a lot of high-end sprays, but ever since I got these are the ones that I go to more than anything else in my collection because they do everything that I want instead of using like 5 different sprays throughout the day. So that's why I really like them, because they're like a skincare product, really great to like refresh your makeup, make it look less powdery, kind of like that MAC Fix Plus effect as well. They smell great as well, so love those from Wet n Wild. Next up, I have a couple of palettes that I shared in my last video. One I've been talking about for a couple weeks. This is the Anastasia Riviera palette. I really love this palette. If you guys want a colorful palette, just go for this, because this makes me want to wear color, and a lot of palettes don't because the formula like isn't great, or it feels like it takes too long to work with a color, or you're gonna have to like spend too much time doing your makeup. I don't spend any more time with this palette than like a really simple neutral palette, because the formula is so easy to work with, really easy to build. You could use a lot of different color combinations, and even colors that I don't think are gonna go together. Whenever I start to blend them together, they actually blend together really nicely because the formula is very consistent, so all the colors layer nicely, and I feel like you can get really creative with the colors and it's never gonna look weird or off, because none of these are so like out there or like too neon or something that they're really gonna clash with each other. Like you can use the blue with the hot pink or the purple, or like any of the shimmer shades with any of the mattes, and they're gonna go together nicely because it's like the perfect amount of color without it being like so intimidating, I would say, because to me, like things like the Urban Decay Electric palette, like I wouldn't know what to do with a palette like that that's just like all brights and neons. But this has enough like neutral in it, or like colors that are wearable, and then really bright colors that you can play with them together to get a lot of variety. So this is a palette I'll be reaching for a lot throughout the spring and summer, and even throughout the month when I wasn't wearing colorful looks, I'll still go in with like 1 or 2 shades in this palette for like a lip color or transition shade. And what I love about Anastasia palettes is like all of the formulas are really consistent, especially with the matte shadows. So a lot of times with like my Sultry palette, I'll mix that with my Norvina palette for like an everyday eye look, and then I'm going to be doing the same thing with this palette. So if you already have like other Anastasia shadows, they all like work really nicely together. Sometimes if you like blend different formulas, it could just end up looking weird. But I'm definitely going to be combining this palette, especially with the Norvina palette, since it has those like muted purple tones, and then you have some brighter purples in here too. It's kind of like all of the colors that were missing from my other Anastasia palettes to get like more fun and like summery looks. So I'm so excited about that palette because I feel like it completes like all of the shadows that I was missing in my collection, especially shadows that are really good quality. And then this was like a hidden gem or discovery this month from my BoxyCharm. I've been wearing this every single day. This is the Cover FX Face Perfector palette. I have the light to medium palette. Mine's kind of powdery because I wear it all the time. I just put on like all of the highlighters in this palette. I've been wearing everything in here. The thing that I wear the least is the finishing powder because it's a little bit of a pinky tone, but the highlighters, I'm wearing both today. The contour I've been using every single day. I'm gonna hit pan on this before the end of the year, I guarantee it. Love the highlighters too because they are very wearable. They're really good for day to day. They're not like blinding highlighters, but they show up. They're not like super subtle or anything, and they're really great for like a brow bone highlight or just a face highlight in general. They're not too much. And also I actually like this blush. This is kind of like a pinky tone, and I normally avoid like this kind of blush color, but I've been into like pinks lately for eyeshadow with the Riviera palette, for blushes and just lip colors. I'm gonna share a couple as well. So been into those kind of color palettes. And then I love everything in here. It has like everything that I need. So really enjoying this palette. I wasn't sure when I filmed my BoxyCharm if this was only gonna be like BoxyCharm exclusive, but this is actually available at Ulta. Both shades are available at Ulta, at least online. Then next up, I have a couple newer eye products as well. This is from Benefit. This came out earlier this year. This is the roller liner. I'm very particular about liquid eyeliner because I don't like to spend too much time on it. I don't like to try too hard for it. I don't like to try harder than I need to for it. I never want to make an eyeliner work. I want it to do the work basically. And this is one of them for sure. I really like how precise this liner is. And then the only thing that you might be concerned about with this eyeliner, it has a tiny bit of a shine to it, like a tiny bit, but it's not like super shiny that it throws off your makeup. You have to be like super up close to your face to see it. So it's not a completely matte liner, but I feel like it still looks very natural. It's super, super subtle. I really, really like this eyeliner. It's very, very pigmented. The brush is super precise. It's not flimsy at all. So it's really, really easy to use. And then another eye product that I've been loving this month is the new Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. I've been wearing this shade medium brown. They have a ton of shades. I just looked online, I compared a bunch of swatches, and I ended up liking this shade a lot. And this is definitely a brow gel. It's not something that fills in your brows like the Benefit Gimme Brow where it has brow fibers. I definitely love products like those, but I've been really liking this because this has a little bit more of a texture to it compared to some other brow gels that are just a straight up gel. This actually fills in your brows. It doesn't make it look like you just put color on your brows. It has a little bit more of a dimension to it because it's a little bit of a thicker texture. Right now I have it in my brows. I also filled in my brows, but a lot of days if I just want to like use this to fill in my brow in like a more natural way, I could definitely do that. Whereas with other brow gels, it just looks so weird when I'm just wearing a brow gel because my brows are so thin naturally. It just looks like I would put hairspray or like a little bit of a marker or something in my brows. It looks very weird, but this you could actually like put a decent amount of color, pigmentation, and like thickness and hold to your brows without using any other product. So that's why I really like it. And then lastly, I have two lip products, and it's the lip combination that I'm wearing right now. And I actually like this lipstick with a bunch of different glosses depending on what kind of look that I want. But first off, let me start off with the gloss because this is brand new, and this is from Persona Cosmetics, one of my favorite brands, one of like the most underrated brands in my opinion. This is their peach gloss. I like all their glosses, but the peach one is the one I've been wearing the most because I've been doing like peachy makeup looks non-stop this month. So this gloss is so comfortable on your lips that it's almost like a lip balm gloss. Like it almost feels like a skincare product because it's so just comfortable, and it feels like very different than a lot of other glosses in my collection. So this is the shade Peach. It's like a true peach gloss. Yeah, it's just like very hydrating. There's no stickiness or tackiness to it. So you can wear it on its own and it just feels almost like my Kapari lip glossy. It's not as glossy as that, but it's just like that kind of really hydrating feeling. Just a very, very comfortable lip product. I like wearing it on its own, with a lip liner, with a lipstick, with a liquid lipstick. It goes with every kind of lip formula because it's also very lightweight, that it's not going to like move around whatever lip product you're wearing underneath it. Super, super comfortable formula, smells like vanilla. Like all of the glosses, they have like a trio set. I will link it below. It's available at Ulta. And then lastly, the lipstick I'm wearing, I got a couple months ago in a PR package from Urban Decay. I tried it out. I wasn't obsessed with the color, but I'm obsessed with the color now because I'm super into lighter pink tones, especially for spring and summer, of course. And then I actually really, really like this formula because it lasts for a very long time and it's very comfortable. It's just like the regular Urban Decay lipstick. This is their cream formula and it's the shade Naked. This is a light peachy pink nude shade. And normally, like, had you asked me 6 months ago if I like this color, I probably would have said no. But I've been so into lighter pinky nudes lately for some reason. I've just been really into that makeup vibe. And I've been wearing this color so much. Anytime you've seen a nude in probably like the last 7 videos, I've been wearing this lipstick because it's such a comfortable formula. I don't have to reapply it constantly throughout the day. I can layer it with glosses. Like right now I'm wearing the peach gloss on top, so it looks like a little bit peachier. I can layer it with like whatever gloss to kind of shift the hue of it a little bit, but I really love this lipstick because it's so easy to just like throw on. And then I also have some like glittery lip toppers like Jouer Skinny Dip that I like to pair this with too. It's just like really good base that goes with like a lot of different glosses, but I really, really like this formula. It's a cream formula, super hydrating, super comfortable, and it actually stays in place for a long time. It doesn't like wear off in an hour. So that has been the lipstick that I've been wearing a ton. Anytime you guys have been seeing like a nude on my channel this month, that's the lipstick I've been wearing. All right guys, so that completes this favorites video. Those are all the products I've been wearing a ton this month. I never have a ton in my monthly favorites because once I find something I like, I wear it every single day, like the Urban Decay lipstick, the Riviera palette. I really get drawn into my favorites for sure, but there's a lot of new releases that I just got in the mail this week that I'll be testing out throughout April. Oh my gosh, already. And I'll let you guys know if they ended up being favorites by the end of next month. But that's gonna be everything for this video. If you guys liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.